Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Coming to you again from a hot sunny day in Costa Rica. And Costa Rica is the subject of this video today. I've mentioned this subject before and to be honest, I've been kind of just dragging my heels on it. And now that I have an end date, or I know when I'm going to be finished with this job and I can start working on things of mine full force, I've started kind of sketching out a rough schedule, a rough to-do list for everything I need to get done in my head once I do walk away from this job. And the vacations, there's something I've talked about before, and I just thought I'd talk about them a little bit more today. And this video is kind of like I wouldn't even mind getting some feedback too. Just to give you a little background on this isn't just something new I've concocted in my head like, okay, I'm going to start doing vacations. I've pretty much been around the vacation business since I've been down in Costa Rica in one way or another. I started originally when I first came to Costa Rica, I was working at the place that I'm doing consulting work for now, and they do learning vacations. And then shortly after that, I started my own little company and I was doing vacations. I had quite a few years there, pretty successful. I kept it really small and it was kind of a mom and pops type thing. It was a one-on-one personal, but I did yoga and surf vacations. And they were pretty much, I had a standard package, but I would say they were kind of, they were a set package, but they had more of a personal feel to it because I spent a lot of time with the people. Basically what I would do, I would have arrange transportation to pick them up in San Jose when they arrived, bring them down here to the beach. They had a nice place where they were staying. They had breakfast included every day. I took them out to dinner at night. That was my personal interaction. I took them out to dinner at night. They had surf lessons each day, 5 days while they were here, and they had the option of going to yoga classes while they were here. I had a massage arranged for them for one of the days, usually towards the last. And then when it was time to go, it was back in a car and we dropped them off in San Jose. Well, this went well for a lot of years, and I don't know, when the economy went to hell in 2008, I hadn't really cultivated my business that much. That was back in some of the hard drinking days, so I really wasn't operating at my smartest back then. But anyhow, fast forward a few years, I'm healthy. Now, like I said, when I first started getting into a healthier lifestyle, even right before I went raw vegan, I wanted to revive this company and I wanted to start doing healthy vacations. Now, originally when I wanted to revive this, the healthy vacations were going to take a different form. It was going to be a lot more about the physical activity. I even had a personal trainer that was going to work with me, and it was going to be more about that. Now, I still want that to be a component of it, but in the last 2.5, almost 3 years, the main focus has shifted to, it's going to be mostly food, it's going to be mostly yoga, it's going to be mostly surfing. But there's a lot of other stuff around here, and there's plenty of stuff to do. And I'm not necessarily, if you maybe have searched where I live, I'm not necessarily going to be doing all the vacations exactly where I live in Costa Rica and Jaco. Jaco's cool. There's some great stuff around here, especially for the surfing, but there's also some other nice areas that I think would work as well. Now, like I say, I'm trying to think of exactly, like I'm on the website this morning, and I'm going to share the link, even though don't listen, just let me say this, please listen to this. The website is totally under construction, it's not finished, but I'm going to share it below to kind of just give you an idea of the look and different things going on. There's some cool photos, and there is a bit of information on there, but I've been struggling between, do I do set packages, look like that official travel company and do set packages? Do I do retreats? Everybody in the raw vegan, in the raw food, there's raw food retreats all over the place. A lot of them are really pricey. There's just a lot of that high dollar raw food retreat. There's a lot of yoga retreats. The yoga is pretty cool. There's a lot more reasonably priced yoga retreats. And the main thing it boils down to for me is that I want to have something for everybody. I want to have something for everybody's budget. Let me break it down to you about basically how I see pricing for things coming down here. It's all going to really boil down to, if you're going to pay more money, the more money is going to come for, if I have any vacations that are higher priced, it's going to be because of a couple of things. It's going to be because of your accommodations. Like you want something really fancy, you want something pimp. Accommodations cost. You want something with a view, that's going to cost. And I have those type places that I can work with. Number two, if you want to be weighted on hand and foot, yeah, you got to pay for that. That's just one of the things. But for the everyday people who I kind of feel like I fall into line with, there will be stuff for, because you may not need somebody holding your hand the whole way. It'll just kind of be, I like to think of it, the concept is like, yeah, you're paying for it and you're coming for a vacation, but you're kind of coming, the concept is like hanging out with a friend. Like I would show you things that I would show friends that are interested in this healthy lifestyle. We'll go on hikes. We will, if you want to learn to surf, you can learn to surf. If you want to do stand-up paddle. You can do any, yoga. I've got teachers, some great teachers around here for yoga. But basically, like I say, it's just going to break down to what the format is. Now, I want to have, like I say, for all budgets, I want to have the format, and I don't like to get ahead of myself, because sometimes if you talk to somebody about something and then it's a while before you implement your plan, they think you're just not serious or whatever, and sometimes it's just a wasted conversation. So I've been waiting until I get a little bit closer to ready to talk to people. But I've had a few preliminary conversations, and I already have a couple of places lined up that would be nice to have kind of mini retreat or a couple of mini vacations. But I don't want to lean towards the retreats or the big things, because then it's tougher, because then you have to wait until a group of people get together. I mean, you may be watching this right now and you and your wife and kid want to come down here and do a vacation. You can't squeeze yourself into this retreat that's going to happen. You want to come the week that you want to come. And that's the kind of people I like to accommodate. But eventually I'll be able to accommodate more. And I think the way that I'm going to be able to accommodate the group parts of it is collaborating with people. Because to be honest with you, I like to stay free. I want to be able to bounce. I want to work in an honest and legal way with different people that already have maybe retreat centers or have places, have businesses already set up. That way I don't have to take care of the money, the paperwork, all this, that, and the other. I can actually just do my retreats through them, and have them take care of all the credit card stuff and all that good information, and then yeah, I just come in and set it up. But I've got a couple places in mind on that, and this will be easy. I want to find a couple of little small clean places that are just very, very, very bare boned, where the very bottom line, where the cheapest trips, vacations will be able to stay. And they'll be nice places. I don't want to work with any crap holes, It's not going, just because they're cheaper places just means they're not going to be fancy. But yeah, I kind of envision, I'd like to get back to that. I'd love to do something, now that I actually practice yoga. I wasn't practicing yoga when I would take my clients to that before. Usually I'd drop them off at yoga class and go drink a six-pack and smoke a few cigarettes while I was waiting to pick them up. But yeah, now it would be really exciting, because I would be fully present within these. It could just be a day of really playing, and I will wear you into the ground. I will have you in bed at 7 o'clock at night. I don't mean I'll have you in bed at 7 o'clock at night. I'll just tire you out during the day where you're going to be looking for that pillow. Because, we can do, you come down here, we'll do yoga. I'll hook you up with some good surf instructors. Great mountain over here. My buddy runs and mountain bikes it every day. It's beautiful just for the scenery of it. You can take it as slow as you want, or we can do it for exercise and walk it fast, or if you're in good shape, you can run it every day. There's stand-up paddle. I've got a neighbor right down the street that does stand-up paddle. Good guy. I've been here for 15 years, so I know the territory, I know the people, and I know how to show you a good time. Now, the one part that's holding me back, at one point I thought I had somebody that I could work with on the food. I'm no chef. Right now, I don't have the capacity to do a retreat and actually create and make the food. I'm got a couple of people in mind that I can talk to that may be interested. In the future, might even have somebody from the States that's good at that come down and collaborate and do, But for right now, I'm leaning towards, you know, maybe picking up some more equipment, like maybe picking up a good, you know, when I'm ready to do this, we're not talking about for my personal use. I can justify the expense for business, but you know, maybe picking up a couple of Vitamixes, a couple of good juicers, some things like that. And then in the beginning, you know, I couldn't offer like, okay, here's the food, you know, you're going to come sit down to food every day. But, you know, you're set up in a kitchen that's friendly for you. In other words, you would have your stuff in your kitchen where you could make all the goodies you want. You might not even have a Vitamix. You might learn how to make things you haven't been able to make before. But yeah, before I do anything big and actually offer the food included, I'm going to have to find somebody to help me with the food part on that. And you know, I've found a few people, but I just want to find somebody I really line up with. I've found some people that, you know, they're good at making the gourmet, shishi, high fat, high nut, all that kind of stuff, but that's not really the vibe I'm going on. But let me mention this. This will not be dogmatic. In other words, like I'm not saying I am doing raw vegan retreats. The 80-10 tenders, get out of here. Raw to 4, get out of here. I mean, I'm open for anybody. If you want to come do a vacation and eat whatever, you know, I'll be more than happy to host you down here and take care of you, and give you my best advice. Because yeah, even if you're making your own food here, I mean, I will be showing you the places where you go to get your stuff, which days, how to get it, how often this comes. Oh, they're getting low on this. You should buy this. And, you know, basically have a lot of fun. Now, I've got some friends that just came back from another area in Costa Rica. I want to get a little bit of info on that area because I haven't been there in about 10 years. It's a little bit more holistic friendly. There's more of that type people, the yoga, the you know, just the mindful living in that area. My little area has a reputation for a party town, which, you know, I've never really cared anyway. I mean, you can do your thing here. You can do whatever. There's people, when I used to have people, there were people here that never saw the nightlife. All they did was the healthy stuff during the day. They surfed, they did yoga, they ate well while they were here. Boom, that was it. And then there's other people, yeah, if you're out at 12, well, if you're out at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, you get what you get. Don't be looking for Disney World, you know. But anyhow, I'd like to just get some ideas, anything that people throw out there. And obviously, I won't take everybody's idea. I won't be able to integrate everything. But throw me some ideas out there if you've got them. But yeah, I just see I just see like a big range of choices. And in one way, I really don't even want to create packages. I would like to keep this custom. Like, in other words, where you basically, you know, but I know if I make the site not specific, you just, business-wise, you just don't pick up attraction. People tend to think you're just wishy-washy or you're not organized in what you're doing. But what I would actually like to do is have customizable vacations. In other words, like you see my site, you've seen me, you've heard me talk, and you see these are all the activities that are in the area, and we talk back and forth, and we plan a vacation for you. You know, it's not a cookie cutter thing. It's not one size fit all. It's like if you have a family of 4 or a group of 4, you're 2 couples or 4 singles or whatever you are, you know, I would like to talk, maybe even a little bit back and forth, and let's plan this vacation. I have a good friend down here and I like what he does. He's a vacation planner, and that's a lot of what he doesn't do any of these type vacations, but that's what he does. He has a lot of back and forth with his clients, and he has a lot of satisfied clients because in the end, that was the most gratifying thing to me. I made decent money. I made enough money to live a good lifestyle. When I say good, you know, just with my needs, I still wasn't living high, like, you know, living large, but I made enough money to get by and lead a good, comfortable life. And the people were very happy, which was the biggest thing to me. When people really genuinely, and I could tell, you know, sometimes people just, oh, we had the best time ever. But when somebody I could tell me they had the best vacation they had ever had, that meant something, you know, that I was very happy at that. And that was as pleasing as the money was, if not more. But anyhow, I'm going to continue working on this. I will probably come back with a couple more videos along the way with ideas. Please, please, please comment. Give me some ideas on what you guys would like to see done, or anything you might like. You can ask me anything about Costa Rica. I'm going to have to brush up on Costa Rica a bit. as I get away from this job, because I've been rather locked into different projects that I'm working. I haven't traveled a lot in the last 10 or 12 years. I did a lot of traveling when I first came down here, but there's many of the places I've only been in Jaco and San Jose. I haven't even taken a vacation in Costa Rica in 8 or 10 years. So I need to get back out there and learn some of the other areas, but that's what it's all about. That could even be fun too. You guys could come back down here. Somebody could come down and rediscover Costa Rica with me. And one last little, don't let me forget to put it in here. I'm looking for somebody to come down and stay in the house mid-April. Could be you. Looking for somebody to come down this summer when I'm finished with this job. But I need somebody with some really good energy that's gonna get me going this summer, because I'm gonna be busy from July, August, September. Those 3 months, I'm going to be crazy busy. I'm going to be working on my own thing every day. So I'm a slave driver. I'll be the toughest boss I've ever had. I'll have me out of bed working on blogging, video, research, whatever, early in the morning. Anyhow, I'm starting to ramble in different directions on this. Costa Rica, healthy vacations, raw food retreats, raw food vacations, raw vegan vacations, raw till 4, surf, yoga, whatever you want to do, you know, it's coming. I just need to get my butt in gear. And I really need to get this job out of the way so I can focus on 100% on my thing. But anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends who may be interested in Costa Rica, and leave your suggestions down in the comments. Peace.